Temperatures are well below freezing. We're already seeing the heavy bands set up shop across much of the area. It is widespread, so everybody's getting a little something. As you can see here across Sussex County, that's where we're seeing the heavy bands. Let's zoom in a little bit. Nassau, Suffolk, for instance, along Northern State Parkway, roads like this, forget about it. Completely white covered, okay? Even with the treating of the roads, as he mentioned, it's going to be tough, especially the roads less traveled. We're talking about the secondary, the tertiary roads. You know, hopefully you've gone outside and treated around your area just to play it safe, stay inside. Okay, Oyster Bay, it's coming down at a good clip. Kings Point as well. And if you're in New Jersey, that's where we're seeing the steadier or heavier bands coming through. Now I'm getting reports of anywhere from 0.3 to about an inch per hour, but as the morning and afternoon wears on, that's going to be up to like 1 to 2 inches per hour is quite possible. Locally, there's always a good chance of higher amounts. But right now, let's take a look at temperatures. We're in the single digits north and west of the city. Danbury at 8, White Plains at 8 and 10 degrees there in New York City, 12 Farmingdale. So the stage has been set. These are wind chills. And I also want to mention that throughout the course of the morning, those winds will pick up. I'm seeing gusts of anywhere from 30s to even 40+ miles per hour, especially along the coast. Why is that important? Because we still have the coastal concerns, as well as when you combine the cold air with the frigid temperatures, we're talking wind chills in the negatives in some cases, -3 right there in New York City. So let's widen things out a little bit. As you can see here, this is a massive system. We talked about it stretching from like New Mexico all the way to the East Coast, and now we're seeing evidence from the Great Lakes down and toward the deep south over in toward Texas, still getting a little bit of that as well, just slight. But either way, if you look at the rain snow line and the mix that's occurring, that mix will arrive for us later on this afternoon. Let's time it out. So here is a look at our futurecast totals. We are expecting upwards of about a foot in some areas, especially in the Hudson Valley. That's where we're going to see the higher amounts. So let's widen things out and move this along, because between 2 and 4, that's what we're talking about, that sleet, that wintry mix taking over and squashing those totals down a little bit. But this is what I wanted to show you, wind particles with the winds coming off the ocean. So the coastal concerns are there. And because of the relatively warmer waters feeding into like the system, the moisture, that's going to aid in transitioning things anywhere from 2 to 4. It does stretch a little bit far north, and it does encompass places like the Bronx, parts of northeastern New Jersey, and then further south. All snow for you in the Hudson Valley. Near the coast, if you notice, we are above freezing, so that's also going to aid in transitioning to rain as soon as the system pulls out, which is around midnight, the heaviest. But look at this. If you're in the Hudson Valley, still lingering snow showers. We call this a lingering disease. I just made that up. That's not really, but you know what I'm saying. Lingering snow showers expected right through the early morning hours on your Monday, maybe adding another inch or so to the totals. But here is what we're going with here. 12 to 18. Plus, that's what we're seeing, the blockbuster amounts there. And then 7 to about 11. Hey, I mean, if you get about a foot in some cases, that's not out of the realm of possibilities. But again, we had to bring those totals down because of the mixing. If you're in Middlesex County, Monmouth, Ocean counties, a little bit less, but still significant nonetheless. Why? Because of the ice accumulation factor. This is what we're going with here. Almost 0.4 of an inch in the city, 0.2 of an inch in islip. Close to a 1/2 inch of ice accumulation is possible. Parts of central southern New Jersey, areas like Trenton, for instance. Here is a look at your storm impacts. So heavy snow, high risk, flight cancellations. We got Julie Millay in Newark, New Jersey. Ice secretions, that's going to be a very dangerous factor to all of this. Extreme cold, and that's going to be a long stretch into next week. So you know what that means. Not a whole lot of melting going on. It's going to stay frigid, cold, which means the ice is going to be sticking around. And power outages, remember, you got tree limbs, power lines, anything weighing them down could be very hazardous. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So we have your weather alert for today, tomorrow, because although the snow ends in the early morning hours, we're still going to be needing to clean up and, you know, brave the elements and the bitter cold, the deep freeze lasting through the rest of the week into next week, and a few AM snowflakes possible on your Thursday.